let's bring in intern Sam to drop some polls on us. Sam?
All right.
I don't know about the dropping polls on this part, but okay.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Yeah.
No digging.
right.
No digging.
Hey, Chris. He picked up what you put down.
Yes, he did.
I almost hit him with a "that's what she said" earlier. I'm just like, I'm 15,
Right, yeah.
mind you. I look a lot older, but I'm actually 15 still. Like, I cannot pass up a "no Diddy" or "that's what she said." I'll be in church like,
Right.
"That's what."
Yep. Dang it.
Yeah. Dang it. They're gonna throw the holy water on me again.
Don't
That's
ever
right.
grow up, Coach.
Cleanse
That's
your
the
soul.
secret
That's
to
right.
keeping your
It's too late.
creative
Peter Pan,
juice,
bro.
man.
It's too
Peter
late,
Pan.
man.
So I gotta
Appreciate
say,
you
Peter
brothers,
Pan.
man.
Yeah.
Anytime. All right, Sam. You lay out the first. I almost said lay out the first poll on us.
Go ahead and throw them polls on us, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Go and pull them polls out. Throw them on.
Come on out.
Editor Kate
Pull 'em
needs
out.
to bring up that
Pull your
meme where the
poll out,
hot
Sam.
dogs hit the girl in the
I'll
face.
whip it out.
Yeah, I love that meme. I say that to my girl all the time. Yeah, she's got a great sense of humor too, obviously.
Got
right,
to.
Sam,
All
go
right,
for
Sam.
it.
What you got, man?
Okay. So we have two polls. So for the first one, as always, it's a little broader, and then we'll
Wait a minute. Is
Hold
it a
in.
secret how many polls there are?
you
Is
know,
the
I
poll
keep
a little broader? The poll's broad?
Right.
the poll. Yeah.
The poll's broad? That's what's up, Sam.
Right. Yeah.
You
Right.
have a good life, man.
That's right.
He's got all the advantages.
Yeah.
He does. He does.
You got
You
a high
know?
film IQ, a broad poll, like
Right.
you know, you'll be running Hollywood in no time, you know?
That's right. That's right. All right, what you got, dude? What you got? What you got?
Okay. So for the first broad poll,
Okay.
what is the funnest film genre? So the film genre that you have the most fun with, kind of entertaining, so to speak. But number one was horror at 53%.
Okay.
Number two was comedy at 29%. Number three was mystery at 10%. And then in dead last, I was happy to see this actually, was Western at 8%. So, I mean, to me that made sense. Like, people gravitate towards horror movies. I think there's a lot of fun to be had with horror movies. Comedy also makes sense.
But Sam, is it unusual that comedy isn't more fun than horror?
See, that's what I was saying. I was like, I
Makes sense.
thought that
How
they
could
were
comedy
just
not
going to
be
push
more
the
fun?
comedy button. When
Well,
it said,
cancel
he literally
culture
said
has-
funnest.
Cancel culture
fucked
has
up
killed
comedy,
comedy.
right?
It's killed comedy, man. Like as you guys know, all of my early films were comedies, and it wasn't even really a.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened by design, where I was like, They don't take comedy filmmakers seriously. Like you're not gonna win an Oscar directing comedies, or nobody's gonna put you up there with all the people that I keep naming over and over again without you telling some stories with some substance. So it's sad though, man. I miss the comedies, man. Like I mean, that poll makes sense though, because especially a good horror movie. I'm not a big horror fan, but when it's done correctly, it's. I think suspense. They're probably looping suspense in with that too, because like suspense thrillers, are kind of almost horror films. Like that's, I'm a big Hitchcock fan, so that's another part. I think that's a subgenre of horror, kind of. But I'm surprised comedy was second, even though, to be honest with you. And they're not tempo movies. Like they're not. I guess they don't say anything about like Marvel movies or like that's
No,
not.
he didn't
a
include
part
that
of,
in the option.
No,
he
that
didn't make
action
that
is
as an
kind of too
option.
broad. Yeah.
And maybe that was, if you put action, maybe that would have just been the giveaway winner. When it's like, let's not throw that in there. Let's not do that. And I think,
but yeah, horrors
horror
is,
thing
man,
is interesting.
Yeah, horrors is and they're saying that's one of the the box office just isn't performing anymore, other than the Marvel movies. But they said that horrors is still the genre that's performing very strong. So I definitely would do a good horror movie, but I just as a writer, I just this is not one of my more favorite things to sit down and craft, unless something just comes to me naturally that fits within, exactly what it is that I feel like my strong suits are in terms of a filmmaker.
But I think you are
I
spot
wouldn't
on.
disagree with that.
That combination of suspense and horror has had, like, if you look at Cuckoo, Sam, like Cuckoo was like suspense and horror. And what was the one from Neon that was super popular this year? But a little underwhelming? Yeah, Long Legs. Long Legs was definitely suspense and horror combined, not straight horror.
I think from what I've observed, like from people my age too, they almost find it as like an adrenaline thing of like,
Yeah.
especially
scary.
coming in with like jump scares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the stuff that's very thrill seeking, right? And so I think people
Yeah.
get energized off of that and appreciate that, and so it made sense to me.
Sam, do you think that's because your world is more fake, like for people your age, increasingly more fake every day? I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question.
I think it's I don't know if I'd phrase it that way, but I would say that I think that there's a level of people are used to more now, right? So I think if kids went and saw something like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre now as a new movie, they'd be bored. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It requires that engagement, that TikTokification, so to speak. Of
the endorphins that got to be going, man. You got to keep them. Yeah, you got to keep them going. I mean, my son is like,
too much going on in the world. There's too much going on in the world for them, man.
No, but they also need that. They need it. It's like you hook it to their vein. You got to keep it pumping. Otherwise, because that's what you're getting from social media. It's just always an adrenaline rush.
Well,
that's what they expect out of the movies. They can't just sit back and be suspenseful or thoughtful or look at the story and how they're building character. Nah, you got to hit them with something every X number of minutes to keep them engaged.
Crazy.
But I think that's also been the downfall of comedy is you get so much free comedy every day on your phone. You know what I mean? So like hilarious stuff. Like that's pretty much all that's on anyone's timeline is the comedy stuff. So, but I think like what Sam was saying, and plus they have so many other options. Like when we were young, back in my day, not to sound like that, but sound like that, it was the arcade and the movie theater. And outside, bikes and skateboards and stuff. Now they got a million trillion different things they could be doing, including just chilling somewhere with their friends, looking at their phones.
Yeah,
there is a defining difference between the word fun and funny. There's so many more funny. Fun is a broader concept than funny.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's a good
back
point.
To being broad again.
The wisdom of PB. All right, Sam, give us the next poll.
The narrow poll? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the narrow one. Yes, more narrow.
Okay, so
potentially longer.
Okay, right. Who is the most underrated modern director?
Well, give us don't tell us number one. Just give us all the options first.
Yeah, give us the options. Okay. Yeah, don't tell us the rankings.
So I had to look this up. I've been totally pronouncing this director's name completely wrong for an extremely long time. So I had to look it up. So we're gonna give it a go. But Luca Guadagnino, I think that's right. That's option one. Todd Haynes, it's option two. The Safdie brothers, it's option three, and then Sean Baker.
Okay.
All right. So do you want me to start, Nick, or do you want?
No, this isn't a guessing thing. I just wanted him to give us the names, and then
wanted to know.
Well, I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to say I don't care how the poll ends. Look, the first guy he couldn't pronounce. He's known for challengers, right? But it's Sean Baker. It's Sean Baker.
Like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know any of those other guys by name. At least I probably know their work, but I don't know them by name. But I know who Sean Baker is. Sean Baker is really dope.
So dope, and he
my
can
personal
make
favorite.
He can make something out of nothing, man. He doesn't need you. Coke talked about making something great for $50,000. Sean Baker's another dude
Tangerine. That was another inspiration for His, Hers, and the Truth. Where I was like, man, he shot that for like $75,000. I was actually trying to shoot His, Hers, and the Truth on iPhones because of Sean Baker, but I got talked out of it. You can't win all the battles. Can't win them all.
Not all of them.
All right, Sam, give us the results, Sam. What are the results of this poll?
So Luca Guadagnino is number one with 68%.
Okay, shout out.
What has he done besides challengers?
He did Call Me by Your Name.
Great.
He did Bones and All, and I think he did Suspiria.
I don't think I've watched any of those films. I think I've watched the trailers, and
Bones
this was
and All.
That's
what I'm saying. No.
What about the other filmmakers?
Underrated.
So number two is Sean Baker with 16%.
Wow.
Then did Todd Haynes at 10%.
What is Todd Haynes done?
He did a great film called Carol with Rooney Mara and Cate Blanchett. He did a fantastic film last year called May December.
Love May December.
It was actually incredibly underrated.
Agreed.
Send me this list when we get off the phone, because I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen some of these filmmakers work.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking. May December is Natalie Portman.
Yeah, so
it's excellent. It really is.
Julianne Moore. Yeah. It's two movies in one. It's exactly what Todd Phillips was. It Todd Phillips, Sam, that did Tar? No, but who did Tar? Last year, it was up for movie of the year. Tar. Who did that? Todd somebody. Anyway, that's also two movies in one. So anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to throw you off track. Papa Bear, can you tell us who directed Tar real quick?
Todd Field.
Todd Field.
Yeah, Todd Field is dope.
Go ahead.
And then in last place is another favorite of mine, but the Safdie brothers. And I still think they're super underrated. They only got 6%. So I think
Uncut Gems.
Good Time is my favorite film. So that one hurt a little bit. I won't lie. But
the moment you realize the world doesn't agree with you is a very painful moment, Sam. Indeed.
What else have the Safdie brothers done? They've done something else besides the one you just said.
Uncut Gems is their main thing. Yeah.
Okay.
The thing about Uncut Gems, Sam, is that it's like Aronofsky when he did Mother. It's polarizing.
I didn't like Uncut Gems though.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
I don't like Adam Sandler. That's part of it. Is I just don't like Adam Sandler.
Oh man, I'm a big Adam Sandler fan.
Really? Most people are.
I know, but listen. I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't a big fan of Uncut Gems either.
Happy Gilmore and a couple of them other films, Big Daddy, his earlier comedy stuff. I like. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like
Happy Gilmore.
Some people I knew were involved with that.
I've always heard.
I said he's shooting Happy Gilmore 2 right now.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, see, I'll watch that. But comedies are so difficult, man. Like even the stuff he did in the first Happy Gilmore. Kingpin is one of my all-time favorite. But that was
Kingpin's
who did
great.
Kingpin? Was it
those are the Farley brothers?
It's not the Zuckers. The Farley brothers.
Farley
brothers.
Super underrated as well.
Oh,
that's what made this poll so hard, Sam.
Though.
It's like you had to like handpick a great point, Coach. You had to handpick these directors. You can only get 4 because YouTube limits you on how many.
I can name one off top. What's my man's name that did Carl? That did Devil in a Blue Dress.
Oh shit, David Lynch.
No, Carl.
No,
David Denzel and Don Cheadle.
No, not Blue. I'm thinking about Blue Velvet. I was thinking about Blue Velvet. You're talking about Devil in a Blue Dress.
Carl Franklin. He did that, and he did Out of Time with Denzel. Amazing films. Nobody even talks about him.
That's when I fell in love with Sanaa Lathan.
Oh yeah,
Out of Time.
So did Denzel.
That's right.
Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
There's certain things where I'm like, of course. Like I'm not even mad.
I mean, like that should be in his contract. I mean, it's Denzel Washington. Like, what's he supposed to do?
I mean, God,
he's a method. He's maybe I'm a method actor. What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was in character
the whole time.
But that's I think that list that you just broke out should be broken out by decades or certain generations because there's so many underrated filmmakers. Those are a lot. But I'm happy. I'm happy that
modern.
You. Okay.
But that gives us a great idea for future polls. Like, let's break it out into decades.
Yeah, believe me,
I'll take it. I'm always trying to.
I'm a cinephile, and I'm ashamed that I don't know these people by name and their work. The past couple years, I've been slipping. Usually, I make sure I watch every Oscar-nominated film every year. No matter what the genre, just to watch them. So when I'm because it started with the Oscar So Black thing when they tried to, they got mad because Will didn't win for that horrible CTI movie he did where he did the African accent that was god awful.
Emancipation.
And I think Wolf of Wall Street was done that year. It's like, do y'all watch films? Did you see that Will Smith movie? And did you see Wolf of Wall Street? Right. And you're telling me he didn't win because he was black? Like, come on now.
I don't think
everything
so,
is not an ism. Like, we got to chill out with some of that. So after that, like I said, I just try to make it a point to watch all the films so I wouldn't sound like that. Where I wouldn't be like, man, Tyler should have won that Oscar, man. So it's but I'm gonna definitely look up those filmmakers. So thanks, Sam. I love getting schooled. I'd love to see some new generation filmmakers. So
there we go.
But I love Sean Baker though. I do know Sean Baker for sure.
Oh, he's the best. I mean, he can't. He's got one on the way this year that won the Palme d'Or. Yeah.
Got a screening for it next week, Sam. Let me know if you want to come with me. You could be my date to go watch Nora.
I might tag
but
along,
what was the other one? Florida? Was it just Florida? What was the
Florida
second one he did after Tangerine?
Florida Project.
Yeah, Florida Project. Yeah.
He did Red Rocket. He did Red Rocket, which is incredible.
Yeah,
it's another great one. He did a great one called Takeout. That's set in I believe it's New York City. And he did it with another director, but basically the plot is that it's about a takeout delivery driver, but it was kind of done in a style that is very like boots on the ground, very impressive, and it was done in the early 2000s, and so he did that and took kind of a break. But I say this as to why this is interesting is because I watched the film, and it was actually part of the National Film Festival.
Yeah.
So, we talk about that sometimes, but I think that, you look at Sean Baker, someone that, I listed him as modern, but he's been in the game, 20 years now.
Yeah.
So,
he's paid his dues.
Takeout was 2004.
Yeah. He's literally shot movies with one light. So
yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, that's what no, that's my thing, man, is I don't like all the high key lighting, and especially if you're doing drama, like it needs to me, the camera is just an extension of your eye. It should really look how it looks if you're watching something in real life. You know what I mean? I start with available lighting, and then we light around it where necessary, because I love dark, moody, especially when you're, telling dramatic stories. So yeah, I love, I forgot, it might have even been him. I think Tangerine, they were saying they only had a China ball or something like that. It might have been him. They shot most of it exterior, but for the interior stuff, they had like minimal lighting.